Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 6 of FPL Top Dogs, Ballyhaunis. And just to give you a quick update in regard to what's going on in the Christy Nicholson Pub league that we have here to do the Premier League in Ballyhaunis, County Mayo. Of course, this is the second year of our podcast, and wouldn't be doing this unless there was actually some good players playing in this league. 55 in the league at the moment doesn't sound great. Some leagues have thousands, but most leagues, they don't have podcasts. But we do here in Ballyhaunis, and I look after the Christy Nicholson Pub League, and there's been plenty of leagues around Ballyhaunis, but at the moment this is the one that's kept on with his longevity the most, and everybody's kind of bought into it, which is I'm really proud of that, to be honest with you, with the guys and everyone who takes part. And we had a great winner in Joy Neenan last year, 79th in the world, and is still blowing us away currently. As you can see, only 4 game weeks gone, I think. Yeah, 4 game weeks gone, and Joey's just head and shoulders again. Although he's top 1 point. Star man there in second position. The face man there, even the BFG, Jeremy Phillips, is hanging in there very well. All these guys have a great chance. They're all within shouting, down to Christy Kilcourse, Stephen Stratnall, and Kieran Long Dog. Kylie was leading last week, as you saw at the Oracle. Han Solo, Morgan Lyons. It's just phenomenal. Gilday a little bit away, but still in touch. 30 points isn't an awful lot to keep up. It's amazing that the top 10 there, it's nearly a top 10 from last season already, and the protagonists, the mainstay protagonists, are there as in short order. 72 is just a mind-blowing decision there. Everyone that's had picked Ronaldo has the captain there. I suppose a trip captain was the one to do. I suppose everybody knew he was going to just totally destroy Newcastle. I didn't go for it myself. I thought I'd sit and watch, and that's where I've lost ground. And that's the problem in these minis. If you don't keep pace with the guy on top, you're going backwards twice fold. I've got Sean Gilday, sniper there, Darren Duffy in 13th, Donald Silvermines. These are all within touch until you get down to about 70. 79. Dave McNamara finished 4th last year. Orla Connolly is our first female competitor in the Christy Nicholson, and welcome and happy to have you. Jason Coyne, yes, a very great dual star here in Ballyhaunis and the codes. Pack Hiley in there. Loads of the hurlers, and there's myself, absolutely kind of way off the pace now. I'm a bit embarrassed to have the Guru there. Seriously, it's the worst nickname you can give anyone. I shouldn't have put the Guru in there. I feel like an absolute fool. So 58 points there, plus, so I'm down about 50, 60, 72 points already after 4 games. I've kind of written off my chances this year. Fernandez snuck a goal, but imagine he didn't score that goal. Just totally goosed. I didn't even get my captain right. Salah at least would have been, I don't know, 47 points compared to 72. My God. Everton couldn't even get a clean sheet yesterday. Right, so yeah, Eamon's in there. Eamon Phillips is his first time in the Christy Nicholson. I don't think he's ever played or he's ever had an interest in it, and I'm 5 points above him. That's where I am. Andy Cagnon there always plays it. Kevin Kilbride. This is all my club. Owen Rowe there. Dermot Duffy, Fergal Boland in there, way down. I'm just looking for William Nestor. It's just shocking. Total disaster. He played his wildcard game week 2, I think. It's just devastating. I think me and William, we've just totally lost the plot. If you see we don't know what we're doing. That's basically all I'm saying. It's just devastating. I'm just shocked to how poor I am. Bomber propping up the rear, just watching our backs. This is a good club to have now. Watching your backs. Look at Owen Collins, great bloody back. I think left back for Clare. Absolutely great guy you want to have. William Nestor, fancy silky football and skills down the right. Duncan Hannon, not too bad. And James Crane, you couldn't get a ball past him if he's in goals. And Richardson, sure, he's a manager, football manager. And Bomber Lions, in midfield, you've got a brilliant team there. And our Polish friend Sebastian, who we love dearly, been in our community, blessed to have him. Blessed to have in Ballyhaunis an amazing array of nationalities that have took our country to their heart, stayed here and had having their families here. So a lot of past winners here. Duncan there. Williams had a couple of trophies, but all by now. Ivan DeMello, like myself, have just gone off the radar. Parker Wan, a former winner. John Kelly, former double winner of the Christy Nicholson. So it's like the old guard, the people that kind of really knew FPL 5 years ago. We're being left behind by the young guns, and the young guns here, like the young guns here, Joey and Nina, they're all quite young, and it's a young man's game really. So where's that leave me? Well, I'm going to go for the Nosh. That's my crack this year. My focus of this now would be what's happening. Trophy I can win this year. I won't go to transfers though. I'll be giving it away. I'm not sure. I've played the wild card this game week. When Lukaku scored the brace, I said that's it, finito. So that's a clue I've got for Lukaku in, and already Snowman has neutralized me, and he's not even had to really think twice about it, and I'm neutralized. So I'm not going to get anything back on Christy. He was about 50 points on me. And he knows, like, he's always looking at the table. Where am I? And all. I don't really, but I am now. I am looking at. Don't like being too far behind him, because it's very hard to get any points back. So what's the story here? This is game week 4. Well, James Crean has lost to the average. If we're doing a donation of $5, I work in dollars, heck euros, to the prize money at the end of the year if you lose to the average. So that's something to put in the jar. Christy will have to get a jar there out in Boyle Sports. Jerry Freely's done well. He's took out Steve Stresh, he will be disappointed. That's a good score. Starman's having a great season. Good luck to him. He had a terrible season last year. He struggled and strived and eventually conquered the top 10, which was phenomenal achievement from where he was. He was in a similar situation to the Hitman last season, and between the two of them, he just found the way out of it. It's a mixture between luck, skill, and timing with FPL. Paz took out Richardson, Nyler. The Guru has taken out Owen Collins. You got just the point there. Duncan Hannon's been taken out by John Kelly, 65, great score. I don't know what's happened here. Owen Rowan and Aidan Fitz. Is that declared a tie? Is there a count back? I don't know. We'll check later. The junior footballer is taken out by Stephen Carney. Well, I managed to take Jason Coyne out, which is something, but that was a terrible game week there. Small graces, so small mercies. Long Dog lose now to Andy Cunyon. Duffy taken out by the Face Man, 5 points. Great score from. We'll go into some of the teams in a minute. Also, the Oracle taken out by Snowman. Again, a great score. Christie has been very bullish, that this year he is going to be, he's not going to take any prisoners this year. He can feel it. He's going to have a good year. Sometimes that's all that matters. I'm not going to have a good year, so I'm not going to have a good year. So the perception that you bring onto the world is normally what you get in return. What you put in is what you get. At the moment, I'm putting nothing in May. I'm totally down in the dumps and the game disaster. And obviously, it's amazing how many times that you're just going to plod about now. And um, who knows? And a sniper done very well just to take out Joey there, unfortunately for Joey. Great tussle there, 66 to 69. Wow. So standings, I think there's one out in front, Jerry Freely, and a load of us on 9 points, 1-3, lost one. I'm playing the Oracle next week, and I've got a wild card, so I'll have to look at the Oracle's team and just figure out, for the next game week, what is the best way to go to get enough points to take out the Oracle, because you have to be beaten. You mean if you play the wild card and you're not even winning, you're not, and you're going for the knot. I'm going for the knot. That's it. And I'll start playing my chips according to when I'm facing. So I think Joey's lost a few already. Joey, who is down there? Average is not doing well, which is good. Joey's not in it this year. That's right. I forgot. You forgot to enter this, so I'm not worried about Joy. So it's really, I'm worried about Faceman wherever he is, and Oracle. Definitely worried about them too. I'm not so much worried about Faceman is on 6, so not too bad. So, and yeah, Christy will be looking for that. He's got history in it as well. It's not to be disrespectful, but just I don't know where I'm going to go with that point. But yeah, that's what I'll be looking at. I'll be playing chips now according to who I think I'll need to get the 6-pointer against. Without having Joey in it, it's a bit of a downer, really. You want to win this thing when Joey's in it. It will feel a bit kind of bitter even if you win it, but still, the most that we've had this year is 26 entrants. I wish that we had 32, or if we had 38, it would have been class. We'd have only one round against everybody. Is that how it works? 38, 37. Yeah, you need 38, don't you? Or 19, but we have 26, which good stuff. So what else about the not? Well, there's no doubt now. Joey Nealon's played his wild card last week, and he's come up with this team. So there's no accusation anymore about sometimes it's a good way to start and trust somebody to give you the team, and then you work off it, and that's what's going on here. You'll have a bit of work to do with Antonio there. Can he sit him out? Calvert-Lewin didn't play last night. He'll be down, so he could have get even more, 72 points. And Calvert-Lewin could have scored a couple of there against Burnley if he was playing. A lot of people are saying Townsend now is a feasible option. He could be. But I think I like Demarai Gray a bit more. And I might as well show you what I'm working on in regard to my wildcard. It doesn't matter now what I do anymore. I'm not in it this year. Who has a competitor in the Christy Nicholson, but Rafinha's got, they say, has got terrific fixtures now. Newcastle away next, so can you trust? Leeds, Watford, they got West Ham, Watford, South. Not bad fixtures, I suppose. You think the Bamford will do well. Rafinha, I'm still not sure about Leeds. I'm worried about Leeds, to be honest with you. And Rafinha's had lots of chances and he's not done anything or scored. I'm not sure about Leeds. I really am not. I'm not sure in my wildcard. I want Bamford, even though he's a penalty taker. That's just a general opinion. Andy from Let's Talk FPL says you have to have Jota, Salah, and TAA. That's like a must. And monitor his game time, Jota's game time. Possibly, you could have Greenwood in there. Traore now. Joey's got Traore, and maybe Alan is like just an enabler. He came up with a goal the other day, but you don't look like you go. I cannot see how he did. I don't think he got any attacking bonuses. He didn't know, but he scored. He got an assist, okay, and some bonus points the last time. I'm not sure about that move with Joey. Interesting bench. It's all about Lewin. He wants them, and he wants Alan on the bench. Really, that's the catch. Okay, so if you get any injuries, it could be a bit of a worry for Joey. He's got his wild card done. Okay, Shaw, fair enough. Not going to argue with that. But as you can see, Wolves fixtures are phenomenal. That's I don't like a Troyer one bit because he doesn't get any attacking for all that effort he does. I still wouldn't, Brentford, Southampton, Newcastle. What a run of games all the way up to December. So it is definitely conceivable. Can we risk Jimenez, do you think, at 7.4 million? I'd rather him in my team than Traore, but Traore is 6 million. Yeah, he'll be involved in the game. He'll be hustling, bustling, but I wouldn't be thinking he's going to get 8 to 10 points every game for me. But Jimenez could. He's sure he's got enough game time under his belt. Hopefully, he's more confident with headering the ball. And he's getting over all the terrible head injury he sustained last season, which was devastating. But he's back now, so I definitely would. I love Semedo, but there's another guy called Marcel at 4.5 million, and he's getting attacking returns. So I wouldn't mind doubling up on two Wolves and Jimenez. Look, Traore, I'd rather Ismaila Sarr from Watford. Don't think there's any Watford, but Watford have Watford have another terrific game run of games. They got Norwich away, that could be good for them. Newcastle at home. Look at Burnley away, but sure Burnley would be favourites to win that, but you just don't know. Sorry, so did I say, is that Norwich? Sorry, Norwich is well, again, if you got Pookie could be your Leeds away, could be something that could be an anything game, free scoring game. So Watford do it, then Liverpool come. But after Liverpool, what else is there for Watford? Everton. 50-50, Watford, Southampton. So I think everything about Ismaila Sarr, that's about Watford really. It's Dennis now is doing very well. You could throw him in if you're only going to go 3-5-2, yeah, and have Dennis on the bench. I was looking at that myself, but I'd like to have 3 strikers. I like to have 5 midfielders. So I still haven't made up my mind if it's going to be a 3-5-2 or a 3-4-3. I think I would favor the 3 strikers, but I'm 50-50 what I decide. But I like Sarr and I like with the I don't not Traore. I like Jota. Rafinha again. I have to really think about Rafinha. But you definitely want to have Zaha. So and Ronaldo now seems to be a must. Although Ollie says he won't play every game. What's his next game? I think his next game is against West Ham away. West Ham will be that Antonio, and do they have any more injury concerns? I'm not sure, but West Ham without an Antonio is a massively weakened team, although they have Vlasic, I think, who's coming, and he could be anything. But after the West Ham, Ronaldo's got Villa at home. So, look, I'm not saying it's a gimme, but Aston Villa are not the team they were last season without Jack Grealish. So those 2 fixtures could be set up for United. I like Greenwood as well, and I suppose Shaw over Bissaka, to be fair, and Varane for Verdane is another interesting option. He looks like he could be somebody if you fancy. I think United could get a lot of clean sheets. Triple up and Well, I definitely want to consider tripling up on Liverpool, tripling up on United. See, there's a lot of red here for United, but Tottenham isn't the red game for United anymore. Tottenham, maybe they'll have Son back, maybe they'll have Kane, so maybe they'll be a different animal then. But the European competition will be thick and thin then, so that could be okay, tricky enough then. Okay, tricky enough. Leicester, tricky enough. I don't think Everton, Villa, or West Ham are anything to worry about. Although Benitez is so pragmatic now with his play, Everton's play has definitely changed. So I watched last night, and they were woeful in the first half. Burnley should have been two up. Woods, I think Wood missed an absolute sitter ball on his head in the first half. He didn't get enough on it. Burnley were well in control. I felt really confident. They got the goal then. Who was it? Was it me? Again, Tarkowski scored for them, I think, the first game. So maybe their defenders are interesting enough for attacking returns, but initially that's not what you want them for. But it is Sean Dyche, and they're pretty good at home anyway, and they can pop up with an odd result. So, like Everton, they were woeful. They got this amazing goal from Townsend, and it all changed. I'm not sure about Benitez in this. I think Everton deserve better than getting a Benitez. They deserve. I think Ancelotti was really good, but he couldn't stay. He went to Real. So yeah, United now and Ronaldo definitely for the next 3, maybe 4 games. Leicester have shipped a few goals. They'll want him, Cristiano, for Liverpool. So some really trick. I'm not sure. I am actually half thinking Ronaldo, it might not be essential, not until you're getting around in December here with all these games coming down. It's really crazy fixture. Oh, that's a shame I got rid of that. But it's really lopsided fixture list, isn't it? There's nothing in the middle. And if you can keep Ronaldo fit until around here when you want him for these 3 games, wow. You don't want Ronaldo injured. So if you can kind of lightly spare him, and they'll have Rashford back soon, and they've got Lingard who scored I think he scored a goal the other day against Newcastle, 4-1 I think it was in the end. Seriously, Ollie has to game manage his guys. So if you've got Lukaku and Salah, you've got enough in captains, and there's a possibility that Tottenham can't be so poor. I don't like the thought of going without Son, so I'm trying. Well, will I put some money aside so I can get him back? Should have held off from the wild card. Yeah, probably a little bit, but it's done now. It's pressed and it's action now. And in the cold light of day, the Ronaldo thing isn't as tempting. But I think at this stage now, everybody's got him now. Like if you look at Joyce, if you look at Joey's team again, he's got already on the Ronaldo ship. That's a shame, that isn't it? When the thing goes off. So Henders in the Dunder, they've already got with half a brain that does the thing. I decided to leave off, and I've lost about 25 points by just not probably getting Ronaldo in. Even for a -4, that would have been worth doing, and they didn't do it. So I wanted to have a look at Joy's team. How do I get to Joy's team? It's total arseways now, isn't it? Jesus. Arseways. So I just have to see what sort of rabbit Joey's going to have to pull out of the hat for next week. I reckon he's got some money left behind. I would say he'd have to only 0.2 in the bank. So for me, that doesn't, unless his theory is to do a 2 free transfers, get rid of. Look, he's got 8 million anyway for Antonio, roughly thereabouts. Plus the 3 he's got. We'll say he's got 8.2 million. and he wants Lukaku at 11.5. So he's looking for 1.8, 3.5, we'll say, something like that. So he's going to have to get rid of somebody, whether it be Ronaldo or Salah. He won't get rid of Salah. So he doesn't have much. Well, can he get rid of these two? 16 million and then bring in a Dennis. I think that's probably the only way he can get Lukaku is to get rid of these two and bring in Dennis for. I'd rather have two really good players than just rely on one brilliant. Obviously Lukaku is a flat track bully and he'll mop up all the minnows. So I don't know. That's a tricky one. He'll have to think of it. He's only suspended, and apparently Lewin had a broken toe and he was willing to play with the broken toe, but there again, maybe it's only a fracture when they say broken. A fracture in the small toe. And how many Gaelic footballers have played in worse with broken jaws and broken arms? But I think, Jesus, these two are fair enough. And for the once you played your wild card, those three, that's so exciting. Alan on the bench will play every game. All these will play every game. So it's I love the wild card. It's phenomenal. But if you want to get Lukaku and another Chelsea player, defender in, or it's going to be hard to work it because there's not a lot of money in these four, and you've got a lot of money tied up in, two premiums, as we say, and then a kind of good flow of money through the team. So, yeah, I think Joey is absolutely the one to beat at the moment here. And that. Let's have a look at Starman. Yeah, the voice is frog in the throat. No, it's not. This live FPL is not. Try the other way, the traditional way. Yeah, the live FPL. If anybody on our top dogs WhatsApp group knows how to get how you can look at the players' teams, because I can't look at the teams anymore. I have to go in individually now. I don't know what you've got to do. Something's happened to it this year. I think it's probably you got to pay a subscription to get the full service. I don't know. So this is Aidan Phillips's team. And as you can see, it's very different to Joey. So he's got his points a different way. He's got his forge his own way. Pickford was quite disappointing to let that goal in. It's terrible goal to concede from Everton. Just your man has got a blindfold around his eyes, and he's just kicked the ball in on the second phase clearance, sort of. The first one that went in was well dealt with, but when the second one came in, whipped in from the right, that totally done Everton, and that's really scary that they can get done when they're just slightly not in their correct positions defensively. So, I'm worried about Pickford and Everton's defense. They will always concede. Although Keane stepped up and scored last night, which is fair enough. Great stuff for Liverano. He's gone with them. Played the kid. There you go. If he's young, he's good enough. That's what we always said about Starman. If he's young, he can take them 45s. Diaz, terrific. Diaz and Laporte are probably the only two in the City team you would probably trust, along with their goalkeeper, but he doesn't make any saves. Emerson, so you can't have him, and he's too priced, so nobody really has him. Tierney is probably the best player at Arsenal at the minute, and that's a good call. Not too bad, and Arsenal have better fixtures coming up now. Shaw is a no-brainer. So it's interesting how he must have had some automatic subs. Obviously, Calvert-Lewin went off for somebody. He'd probably had one of them defenders. Liverano probably came in. I don't know, but he probably had the 4-4-2. So Rafinha is no brainer. He's still sticking with Fernandes. He's played no wild card. He's taking it steady. It's amazing how he managed to get 70 points with that team. Looking at it and say, how did he get 70 points? Is that how the hell? I had Fernandes and I got 16 points. I had TAA, and he got 12 points. I had Salah. I think I did. I think I have. And no, I don't have Salah. But like, it's just phenomenal how every single player, and that's how he gets 70 points. With a -1 as well. To me, I can't believe he's got 70 points there. It's just mind blowing. He did, but there you go. So it's just down to Starman where how he wants to go and when he wants to play that wild card. No hurry at the moment. He's forging his own way. Got the face man, Shane Luigi, 70 points again. He's kept face with Digne, which is a massive blunder for me. Digne, if face man hadn't done the Digne trap like myself, can you imagine he'd be well out ahead if he just had Tsimikas or somebody else, anybody else but Digne. Absolute waste, total. Gone down to 5.4. Sick as a dog with that guy. Judge has been doing a good country trade. He's got in Torres recently. That's a worry. Oh, there's nothing there. Basuma, yes, he'll start. He'll pop up now and again. Again, it's down to him. Does he want Lukaku, Ronaldo? That sort of complex. And looking at the fixtures as well, nearly everyone in that team now, they're going to have a hard run soon. So that's just what jumps out to me there. I'm playing my wild card, and they say it's all down to fixtures. That's the 3 golden rules. The BFG Dermot, he's not over fussed about his FPL, but he's doing a good job, and he's listening, and he's taking in everything like a sponge, and he's not doing anything wrong here. It's a terrific team. Torres is playing a false number 9 a lot until we see what happens when KDB comes back. At the moment, Pep hasn't changed his team for 3 game weeks, which is crazy. So fair enough. And Sterling not playing much football. It's shocking what's happened. I think Sterling had a great chance last season to stamp his name, and he just fluffed his lines an awful lot last season. Even missed a penalty. So yeah, I think he's getting a bit of a dose on the bench now, and he'll have to cop on or he won't get in. Obviously, Tsimikas was a great plus for BFG. He done well with him. Good advice. Vardy, look, I don't know about Vardy. I got him in. He's not done it for me. I think it's too much money. Especially when you want to get the likes of Lukaku, Ronaldo, Salah, and fish in a few. How would you get Vardy in? I'm not taking a chance. I think he's very streaky. He's gone on a downer again now, and so I don't trust strikers like that. And he'll score probably a hat-trick now next week, so get him in then. Who've Leicester got? So Leicester got a decent run. I know I'm all saying this out in my head just as I'm better when I look at things first off, and yeah, of course, yes. So Leicester have a very decent, they've got a decent chance over the next few games. Palace away is no joke now anymore. None of the games are any joke now anymore. Burnley at home is no joke. Brighton away is no joke. They're really good at home, possession based. United at home, well, there you go. Brentford can beat Arsenal at home, and then Arsenal can beat anyone at home at the moment. So they've got Aubameyang back. Leeds away. I'm staying away from Leicester. It's just a personal choice. You can't go with everything. So, the J Ballers was this guy. So Jeremy is in obviously that the J Ballers will be something to do with the junior footballers. So they've got their own league going. Oh, it's really nice now. The nice 6 club. How many's in the June? Oh, it's nearly bigger than the Christy. Look at all the guys all in my league as well. And I didn't get an invite. Oh, I'm not a junior football. It's only junior footballs around this. Do you know why? Because it's probably a money thing. It's probably money. Don't know. Face man is winning that anyway. There's no I'm sorry, Joey Neenan, but you're not a J baller. I'm sorry, brother. You can't win that one. Morgan Lyons, give the guy credit. He's in 5th, the prodigy, and he does what he says. A lot of Arsenal. Topping the Christy Nicholson is not sitting right. Me and Harry, we're not sitting right at the moment with that. The eye test, Grealish. You're gonna have to sit for a while and see what happens with Grealish. He's doing okay. He's done well the last few games. Pogba's been phenomenal. Himself and Greenwood are the same price. Tony needs to step it up, or Brentford at least get a penalty. Antonio is a loss, so something to work out for Morgan this week. I can't say anything wrong with any of these. White, again, did he get a clean sheet? He must have got booked. Okay, he's got booked. But there you go, the $50 million man. Some good points, and you'll stick with them. Again, I'm not sure. This FPL can twist and turn. Some people are going to go with the Ronaldo, Lukaku, Salah route. Some are just going to see if they can ride the Fernandez, Salah route. Some are going to, there's 4 or 5 different ways. I think it's just if you have a clear vision. I think Morgan's got a vision there of where he wants to go. And I think if you stick to your vision, you won't get lost. Don't get lost in somebody else's vision. If you think you've got guys, I'm a big fan of Sarr, so I think he will come good. Han Solo here now. We've got Aiden Fitzmaurice. We'll be down after the Mayo. Yeah, the Mayo, we're all a bit sad. Messi 2022. 11 final done. Again, I like him in it, but only 1 point is a worry. I don't know what. I haven't watched any Wolves matches apart from the one they played Man United at home, and they had about 20 chances and all sorts of chances. 1-on-1s, the whole lot. Couldn't score. I was laughing at them at the end. This is scary what's going on at Wolves. They're really good now. They got that 2-0 win recently. Where was it again? 2-0 away, Watford. So fair enough. But then again, him and it didn't score, and I'm a bit worried about that. The new guy, Niang, he came on and he scored. Huang. There's Martial with 2 assists, so I think he's definitely. I'm just a bit worried about him, and just it's going to have to be blind faith. If you get him in, it's just going to have faith that he's going to get back. But he was always that guy that would score a goal and an assist rather than 2 goals and an assist. He's never ever going to be that sort of hat-trick guy. He just keep you kind of totting about with 6s and 7s and an 8 now and again. So look, I'm not saying anything wrong against this team at all. Again, here's a lot to think about these 3 now. And again, it's about the vision. Where does Ado see his vision without a Lukaku or Ronaldo? Or whatever. It's Ronaldo could be a massive flop after these 2 goals he's got against Newcastle, which most of the J ballers will absolutely demolish Newcastle. To be honest with you, if they had head-to-head on. No offense to Newcastle, sorry. So the Oracle, I suppose we just pop down to the Oracle. So Mark, funny thing, he must have had somebody must have went out Mountain playing. Gilmore didn't play. Scarlett didn't play. I think he'd be on the cusp of a free hit. No, not free. A wild card, obviously. I think he'll be on Ronaldo next game week. Yeah, look, the guys are all going kind of dark. Most of the, as you say, the resident top dogs, the guys we see in the top 10, they're not really going to come out too much forward, and I'm not going to push anybody to come out and do a podcast with me unless they actually come out and say something in the chat. But I think they're going to play it kind of more coy this year, and I'll just try and give some sort of wisdom. I can't back it up with my own team, but maybe I do this just to keep something going, so have something to eat soon. And it's John. Look, Mount is fine, but for some reason he didn't play. I don't know, something after the international break. But Chelsea are the team to get on after game week 7. Well, after game week 6. That's when Chelsea could be good now. I think Lukaku will definitely score against Spurs. Spurs are very weakened. No Lo Celso, and they got no. Probably Dyer would be missing that through injury. Taganga got sent off. I fancy Lukaku. He'll get probably a hat trick too. Chelsea win 2 or 3, 1 or 4, something like that. I can't see how they're going to lose against Tottenham with such a weakened team. No Son, no. It's you know what I mean. Got Rondon to go in now, and I've got a face that will curdle milk, trying to consider Tottenham doing that against Chelsea, the European champions. I fancy a 5-0 for Chelsea. They're absolutely hammered to fuck. I cannot see, unless they soak everything up, let Chelsea have the ball and they do something with Mora and I think Kane on the break. Kane will have to be told not to go back into midfield. Just stay up there. Please stay up there and just hold the ball up, or it's just going to be an absolute massacre if he doesn't stay up and at least give some Chelsea defenders, we're playing against someone. So yeah, Chelsea will be the team to get onto. So have to be thinking about a Chelsea defender or treble up on Chelsea soon enough. You could even treble up on Chelsea against that Tottenham match. And now City at home, but they could look. I think they could be City, of course. Chelsea are just. I've tipped United to win the title, but I can't even see how Chelsea can lose game anymore. So yeah, look, Oracle will have to have a look at the team and see where he's assessing. There's a lot of pressure as well because of the people in front, not by much at the moment, but all the big guns are there at the top at the minute. So you got to keep pace somehow. I suppose have a look at what Snowman is. Another Arsenal. It's all Arsenal United on top. Yeah, Christy's very bullish about his year this year. He's got a good feeling. I kept Son, which was a mistake in the last game week. I should have got rid of him and got him Ronaldo. I could have done it, but like an idiot, I kept Son and I've got a terrible score on 47. That was lazy from me just to sit on him. But that didn't stop Christy. He still got 62. So that's 15 points more than what I got. And he didn't get a return for Gilmore. So where did these points come from? A minus it's for Ronaldo, Salah. I don't think I have Salah. I have him. So he's got 15 points on me, but he's missed a couple of players. Nobody's come on for him as well. It's just mind-blowing what's happened to my game week this year. I think all my players have played, and only 9 of his play, and he's got a -1 like myself as well. I'm not counting that. It's the FPL was sick in your heart and rot you inside, where you end up shouting for your enemies. You know, it's I'm starting to consider what the hell it's doing. Like, I suppose. Yeah, I just want to have a quick look at Steve Stritt as well, because he'll probably be watching. Just give the guru eye treatment. But again, I know that he's sticking with the Everton angle, but we have the wrong 2 there. It's all about Demarai Gray now. Not so much Townsend, but definitely Demarai Gray. He can be a facilitator, and I'm definitely going to have him. Definitely. It's just. No 2 ways about it. He's getting into amazing positions. I think there was an offside, but he had an amazing chance there in the first half. I think it was in the second half, or the first half. Yeah. Ben Rama now, need to keep an eye on him. Fair enough, but you sell him. It just depends. I don't think he'll get any more expenses. Put it this way, I think if Anthony will start dropping in price. Because people now are starting to try and get off West Ham players. Why is that? Well, Antonio's only missing the game, but Okay, United, Leeds, Brentford, Everton, Tottenham. Tricky ones there. I suppose there's no need for getting off. I don't know, but there seems to be a vibe to get off because you need to get if you've got Antonio and Bemarama and you want a Greenwood and you want a Lukaku, you can't have them all like so. Steve Stress, 57. He's scraped a good score, 10 points more than me. He's got out. I think he would feel he got the I get out of jail card this week. He's rided these two, and hopefully for next week he can get rid of these two. He's got 2 transfers in there. He's got a load of money in the bank, so something's coming. I presume that he's saving that money for Cristiano, and he'll still have his wild card. So he'll have to. I just have to have a quick look at what's the price of himself. 7.9. 7.9 plus 4.3. He's got well enough, so he can get Cristiano in that 7.9. That's 8, so that's 12 point. Oh, 7.9. 2.1. So that's 12.2 he's got. So he needed the other transfer just to probably get Cristiano in there. He could even get rid of this dude, and that's more money. 8.2 onto his. So that's 12.5. So he can just do a straight swap for Lewin, Calvert-Lewin, DCL, and then it's up to him what he wants to do with Antonio. But he's laughing. He's rolled this game week out. He's got a half decent score that's kept him in it, and he can get his Ronaldo in next week. But I don't see much room for Lukaku unless he takes a minus. It just really depends. I think people are going to get Lukaku in for the easier run in a couple of games. But I think their easier run is going to start against Tottenham next week. I think Tottenham eventually come a little bit good, but Kane is down in the dumps. You can see he's not happy. Bad body language. There's just only more somewhere there in that midfield. New signing, that Emerson Royal or whatever his name is, looked lost, especially in the second half. Dier going off totally, we folded like a deck of cards. I'm really shocked at how Dier made a massive difference coming off in that game. It just fell apart. The whole game plan went, and Palace seized the moment. And Palace have some really interesting. Anderson's doing well. So defender 7 points. Zaha could do well. So that Edward, whatever the Celtic dude that's come in at 6.5 is a consideration. So that's just due diligence, I suppose, to the top 5 or 10, that I've had to look at. And what have we got on tonight? Yeah, this Elliot, yeah, is it Harvey Elliott? Yeah. Wish him the best of luck in his recovery. He's terrible with his ankle. One wishing on your worst enemy so it's like it's worth millions, and his ankle will be a bit more important than mine, put it this way. Yeah, Townsend is back, but I think, come on, is he a must? Townsend? Oh, come on, I don't know. He got that miracle goal against City a few years back. Look, he has that in his locker every now and again. But for FPL, week in, week out, okay, don't know. But I think Damari Gray is the guy there, really. Richarlison, as you can see, is just a waste of time. He's got anger issues. Cavani to miss young boys. Okay, fair enough. Just a little bit of news. I'd say there'll be children playing against Rennes on Thursday for Tottenham. There's no way. Dean Scarlett will be definitely playing, and as many of the young guns as they can. Not going to treat that competition with any sort of respect. It's total baloney competition, and we're not going to take it serious. We have too many injuries, as I stated before, Tottenham, and I think they will probably get knocked out with that thing, whatever it is. I'm not even going to go into who I have in the group. I have no idea apart from Rennes, who I found out a couple of days ago, who is in Tottenham's group, or I don't even know where they're from or whatever. Oh yeah, fantasy. Yeah, that's right. Just a refresh. That's to pick the team, isn't it? Yeah, so this is what I'm looking at the moment. Anyway, going forward in my wild card, this is not dead cert, but maybe some of the top dogs can give me a bit of feedback if they've seen the show, if this is any good. I like it really much. I really am. The only worry for me is Ronaldo's not playing a game, and you got all that points in the bench. He'd probably come out and score a hat trick anyway. You just don't know, but I think the momentum will be behind him for a few games until United. Well, they're in European action now, aren't they? Coming up. Not sure who they got. United got young boys, all right, yeah. I just like Sarr because of the Watford fixtures. I think he's interesting as a facilitator. Everybody's raving about Rafinha, but I really want to have Greenwood in there somehow. I think it can swing it, but I need to get off Trent. And who wants to get off Trent? I definitely think the three Liverpool books here, especially with Firmino out for a little while, it should give Jota just ample freedom. I like to have Marcel. So I'm also thinking of going with the three up front, and that I really like to have three up front in all fairness. Jimenez, I could take a chance on Jimenez. Who else? I was looking at Sam Maxim as well at 6.5. Could be interesting for Newcastle, because Newcastle have got a nice little run coming up, but they're so I'm looking at the fixtures going ahead, and I'm happy because all these guys are more or less starters, apart from obviously Scarlett, who'd be mainly played in the European competitions against Rennes anyway. Duffy, you never know with him. Everybody knows Sanchez has been brilliant. Not one bad word said by him. So I'm just looking at that. Lukaku is definitely a must anyway. I'm bringing him in early. I'm happy. I think was there a price rise already? Not yet for Ronaldo, but I think there was a price rise for Lukaku already. Yeah, he's 11.6. So I'm happy I moved early there and got him in at 11.5. Before the game week ended on Saturday, or I think it was Saturday, after the All Ireland defeat against Tyrone. That's it now. Lukaku's. So I've got him in just before. I got a little bit of cash from the bank. Looking at it now, is there? I just have to reconsider if I want him in there and go with Wolves a bit more. I think that's a good attempt really of a wild card, and you got even TA in there. Premium, great value, premium. There's a few premiums in there, like definitely three anyway. And you've got your TA, Jota. I like Sarr. I'm just sticking with him. Rafinha, well, for the Leeds, because apparently Leeds are going to kick off. I'm very skeptical about Leeds at the moment. I'm worried about their Premier League safety. They're so open. It's just shocking. How can you send out a team like that and not have any emphasis on defense and go massive against? They're getting slaughtered against the United twice now in the last two fixtures. Liverpool kind of twice now in the last. They still lost 4-3 in the first day of the season. And what did they get done by at Liverpool? Was it 3 or 4-1 or something? I think it was 4-1. Was it the last game? 3-0. Okay, so the big teams are going to destroy him, but they're going to have a few 3-2s and 3-1s against the bottom half. So they're very exciting to watch for the neutral, but to support them, it's just schizophrenic, isn't it? So that's where I'm going to go. So I think that's what I'll just sit on. I've tried every other option. and I just can't fit what I want in. I like Gray. I like to have a 5 midfielder, but I am just worried that Ronaldo doesn't start. So I could be just sitting on Salah. So I think you can just have a stick and fix captain with Salah no matter what, and definitely Lukaku after the next couple of game weeks. So that's my reveal anyway. If you've seen and watched till the end, then you've got the treat. I think I might do that. Look at me. Oh, 1.7 million. What a loser. Oh, King of the Traveller as well. So they're absolutely baloney. 17. So anyway, just to let you know, folks, you've got an early game week on Friday night coming. We're on the 14th, 3 days time. I presume that's going to be a 6:30, or is it a 6 o'clocker? 6:30. 6:30. Everybody, don't forget. I think Newcastle will be very on it to get to winning ways. I'm not sure. I'm not really massively convinced. These two. I will be glued to it though. Fact. Early game. Well, not many will be watching that unless I have him in it. But are Wolves the sort of team that rack against 3 or 4 against? They're not. They're like a 1-0 and a 2-0 team, especially at home, or a 1-1, especially at home. I'm not sure. That's why I don't like doing attacking again. I think Wolves, Riccodi as well as Semeka and Martial. You mean you could treble up on them, but in the Premier League you can get a decision given against easy enough, and you've lost. You can't treble up on Wolves, I don't think, for that one. The risk reward is just such a difference. I'm not playing Pep Roulette this year. No way. At the best, I might ever have one of their players in, and that would be Diaz. I think that's a good game for both these teams, and Pookie and Sarr will be looking at this one, and Camwell and Dennis. This is really out. I like this fixture. And United want to gain a lot of revenge on West Ham. I know they bet them 3 times last year, but over the last few years, especially at Stratford, West Ham have been winning 2-1s and 3-1s and stuff. So interesting. The Dave Moyes derby there. And Spurs and Chelsea. That's just all I need now. And the Sunday at 6:30. I've been there before with Spurs getting hammered by Chelsea 2-0 when Frank Lampard was in charge of them. I'll never forget it. And I think it was the one with Son got sent off for that kick up, or it's just a joke, the whole lot of it. Football. So anyway, take care, everybody. God bless. Sorry there's no video this time. I'm just doing a quick one. Get it out there. It's done now. Catch you later. See you. Best of luck. Do what you gotta do. It's the not for me. Not. Bye, folks.